Welcome, hello, Yasu. Hi, it's me again, Tay, and today I got a personal video for you. I had a wonderful weekend and I have, a little bit of holidays because I basically planned a huge load of things to do, but it cancelled, and so I got some free time. And guess what? I took my time to just dive into YouTube yesterday, and I want to give you a promise and also telling what you will never find here. For example, you see all the background here. It's a picture of my book. I did paint it by myself, so it's legal to get it here. So this is something you will never see, that I do an overload of background pictures just to make it a little funny. Also, what a what kind of people is this? There are so many channels where this oh so informed, powerful, whatever beings do not even dare to catch the camera. Yes, I'm shy as hell. Yes, but I am sitting in front of the camera, and if I have a bad day, I got a fuzzy hair, and I do not look well, and I do not feel well sometimes. And anyways, I catch the camera and I do my videos. So I think this is not very powerful to hide in front of a photo gallery screaming the desktop while you're sitting behind just talking on a microphone. Never ever people see you. That's quite solitary, but this is not power. However, another thing what popped up in my perceptions is that there are some channels, no, most of them, who start about titles like five things you have to do, or five things you should know before you do this or that. These are quite catchy titles, and it reminds me on newspapers we got here in Germany. There are some newspapers you can really count on. It's well researched, etc., etc. And then you got newspapers where it is just like yesterday Granny fell from the chair or whatsoever. So not really interesting stuff. But also the speakers. I mean, if I tell it, I'm somebody who is very emotional. So I have to hold myself back. If I'm telling and I get into rage, I even bad spell if I feel so. But there are people like reading you something about ancient Egypt or Sumeria or whatsoever. And I give you an example. Yeah, you could say in old Sumeria it was clear that sound is magic. So, and same people would do it like in old Sumeria, you know it, sound was magic. I mean, you can't speak that way, but I'm not an entertainer. And I'm not doing this to entertain. I'm doing this because I want to share my personal work, my path work, my ritualistic work, and also the impacts in my life with you. So if you are on your path and if you are doing Qliphotic work, magical work, invocations or whatsoever, you will find videos in my list which are not just catchy like this is Belial, the evil of the darkness. No, you find videos where it is, hey, I did work with Belial and it felt like this and that and this. And so you have a practical impact of what is happening, not just like a time meters. However, they can do whatever they want to, and I will not run after, even though they sometimes catch 20,000 and more subscribers, and I'm not that far at all, but I don't focus on that. I focus on my personal perceptions, on my personal works, and I'm happy to share this with you. So this for today. Um, yeah, if you got any topics you want to hear about, write down in the comments. And if you want to stay updated, make sure to subscribe my channel also. And yeah, here we are. Me, my background, nothing at all for catchy Disneyfications.